Also, Muslim, not Muslim. Islam, not Islam. Americans say a lot of things wrong when it comes to Arabic, but it's a foreign. I don't say foreign language as in it's from another place. I say it's foreign because a lot of the sounds in English don't translate to Arabic and vice versa, right? Fabricio habla español poquito. I think you're asking how old I am. 29. I don't know how to say that. How many years do I have or how old am I? I don't know how to say 29. Estoy intentando aprender español. I'm trying to learn Spanish. How old am I? 29. 2. 9. Thank you, Aspie. Alright, I'm gonna check on the temperature of this oil. We're at about 350, so we should be close to frying temp. I want it to be 375. 35? No. 2. 9. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Hi, Blob! How are you, Blob? It's good to see you. The cool thing, no. 29. The cool thing about English, Spanish, French, etc. is they at least have the same characters. So learning Arabic as an immersion language is a struggle because you can't just really like plop yourself in front of a book and be like, oh, I know what that looks like. You know what I mean? Like, at least in Spanish, it'll be like, you know, like clinica. It's like, okay, clinic, you know? That kind of thing. Medical, right? Don't rub your face on the counter, I just cleaned it. Blob! But like with Arabic, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Or Latin, or, you know, Russian. Yo, AC! Thank you so much for the biddies. Or if we want to learn an Arabic word of the day, shukran. Thank you. Shukran. Thank you for the biddies. Speak English, Polish, and German. Say something in German. Viente nueve. Okay. Yeah. Viente nueve. 29. Si. AC, thank you so much for the 29 biddies. I appreciate you. Okay, chat. Does anybody speak another language? And if so, which language? And how fluent are you? Go. Hello. Okay, you have to say something more than hello. Sarcasm, very fluent. Cheers to that, Quixotic Jedi. Amen. A little ASL, but I'm rusty. Parlo un poco de italiano. A little bit of Italian. Okay, alright. I don't. No parlo italiano. That's cool though. Have you ever been to Italy? I would love to go to Italy. Oh my gosh. There's a girl who I follow who I love her content. She and her husband are going through Italy and they went to a place where like real Parmigiano Reggiano is made. Oh my god. Learning Italian and ASL? Nice. Stop learning French by grade 9. Aspie, is French pretty standard in Canadian schools depending on where you're from in Canada? Because I know you have a lot of French provinces. English very fluent because English is my second language. What's your first language? Bien dicho. Fabricio. Polish is primary. Oh, no way. No sé. No sé. My goal is to learn English, Chinese, and Russian. So, do you primarily speak Iraqi? No, that's okay. I just... Español poquito. Muy poquito. Estoy intentando aprender español fi trabajo, for work. For trabajo, for work. People at work are teaching me. No habla muy bien inglés. Okay. Okay. Until grade 9, you have to take it. Then students have the choice to stop. There are schools that are French immersion. Gotcha. Aspie, I know several not helpful French words and can't conjugate verbs, but I took French for 2 years in high school. Pamplemousse is grapefruit. Ananas is pineapple. I used to know the word for snowshoe. Not that you ever need to say snowshoe, but or at least not where I'm from. Some Spanish, not very fluent. I'm highly fluent in smartass. It's a good language to know. Ms. WNDE, do you primarily speak Iraqi? I know like Egyptian, Iraqi, etc. are all very different. Your family lives in northern Italy. No way. Okay. So Cheese, let me ask you this. I understand from people talking about it that when it comes to food in Italy versus the United States, it is quite different in terms of the way that it makes your body feel. Like, for instance, you might eat pizza and pasta every day in Italy and you don't feel bloated like you do here in the United States. Has that been the case for you? Don't like football Americano? I do see football Americano, but that's a big part of life in the United States. Pronunciation in Arabic is great. Thank you. Ismi Syrian? My great grandfather came over from Syria near like the Amman area on a boat. He stowed away in the cargo hold at 15 and came here. And I have one piece of writing that belonged to him. Which is super cool. This is from 1917. But Arabic was lost on my grandparents' generation because there was a lot of prejudice and judgment. My grandfather moved to the great-grandfather moved to the U.S. and opened a bookstore in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then it was lost on my grandparents' generation. My dad speaks no Arabic. My aunt speaks no Arabic. My sister and I both speak a little bit of Arabic because we learned it on purpose. But I wanted to work for the CIA, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want to like be gone all the time and not be able to have a family. So it was totally lost on my grandparents' and parents' generation. From there, we picked it back up. But my grandparents are no longer living, so it was something that we wanted to learn kind of to keep the culture alive a little bit. But it has been the case that, you know, my dad doesn't understand much Arabic. The way that immigrants were coming to the United States in the early 1900s is very similar to the post 9/11 prejudice that happened towards Middle Eastern people, and still is the case. I mean, before I had an Arabic tattoo, I had no problems because I present as Irish. I'm mostly Irish. I'm Irish on both sides of my family. I'm Syrian on my dad's side. And when I sit in the sun a lot, you can see the olive skin tone. I also have the really dark eyebrows and dark eyelashes that are sometimes traditional. You know, of course, there's exceptions to every rule. But and then I'm French and English as well. But as soon as I got an Arabic tattoo, I started facing issues with TSA. So, you know, prejudice is not gone. Challenge you to read some Canadian city names. Oh my God, please don't. Can't type Polish or German, I can only speak them. Well, yeah, a lot of people don't learn to speak them. Dana said the same about her trip to Italy. She didn't have the same reactions to gluten. Oh, I bet. How food is made in Italy seems to be different than here. Maybe better quality ingredients. Maybe. Part Irish and Scottish. Let's go. Alright, let's turn this down and check the temp. Alright, we are well above what I want to be. We're at close to 500, so I want this to cool down a little bit. Yo, Real Magic Cookie! Hello! How are you? Have a lecture to translate from English to Polish, but I understand what you're talking about. Gotcha. Fair enough. Mrs. WND, do you live in Iraq still, or do you live in the United States? We're about to fry up our pizza rolls. We made our breakfast meal prep. We gotta fry up our pizza rolls that we made, and then we have to do our muffaletta chicken and lemon parm salad. But I need that oil to cool down so it doesn't burn them. Have our pizza rolls. Restart the Twitch. Okay. Mandy sounds amazing. So, RMC, have you ever had a muffaletta sandwich? I'm basically taking the concept of a muffaletta and putting it on chicken. So I have these that I got from Publix that I found near the deli section. It's boar's head Genoa salami, but it's like pepperoni slices size. So what I'm gonna do is that with some ham on some chicken with some cheese, and then do olives and roasted red peppers all chopped up with like red wine vinegar, salt and pepper, oregano, and put all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be so good. Ever written an article about my experiences? Me? I should. Honestly, Lil V, I also have a journal that Funky gave me for my birthday years ago. It's a beautiful, like, suede bound journal, and he bought me a really nice pen, like an expensive pen to write with. I would love to someday go through the process of finishing it, and also I'll have to mentally and emotionally process it to be able to do it. My time in child welfare investigations, I have a lot to say about it, but it's an emotional thing to write about because there were a lot of times that I was unsafe and those sorts of things is just kind of how I'll phrase it, but I have a lot to write about in that world. So I've written several stories of them down. It'll kind of be like a collection of short stories of my experiences with various cases, of course with people's names and details removed, but I'd love to do that. Honestly, journalism was something that I didn't have the guts to pursue, but I feel like I would enjoy. You know what I mean? You live in Iraq? Okay, very cool. Hi Hunter, hello. You love muffaletta? Yes, I'm very excited. So, RMC, I saw this thing on Pinterest last night that was like a muffaletta olive salad, and I was like, wait, that would be so good on chicken with the salami that I have. So, we're making it happen. We're making it happen. And we're finishing up these from the other night. I haven't had a muffaletta sandwich in years. So, very excited. How are you, Hunter? It's good to see you. We're waiting on that oil to cool down so we can fry up our homemade pizza rolls. I was like, who's Jeffy? Local deli makes an Italian cold cut panini. Oh, yum. That sounds so good. Absolutely, Lil V. It'll be a, I think the problem is that I would likely have to self-publish something like that because I don't think many publishers would want to pick something. Here's the thing. I think a lot of publishers would love the idea of it, but the concept of I'd have to not like write about where I worked at all. Like I wouldn't be able to give any indication because I wouldn't want to face legal difficulty for it because the inside of that system, if you've never worked in it, is at best troubled / faulty / corrupt. So it'd be an interesting thing. There were times that we were forced to make choices that we knew were not right because of budget issues, and that's something that, you know, I've had to wrestle with my own mental health because it's like I had no choice, you know what I mean? But do you want me to help you study Spanish through Instagram? You tell me what you want to say, I'll tell you. Do you want? Oh, that'd be interesting. You know, Fabricio, I'm really mostly trying to learn specifically for work because that's really the only time that I use it. But maybe I'll definitely let you know. But Lil V, I appreciate your support so much. Oh, Flip Flop, they probably are. Funky's playing COD. What'd you have for dinner tonight? Did you guys have the pork butt tonight? Yeah, Jedi, it was absolutely terrible. Kyle's doing a muffaletta. Hi, Arbitrator, how are you? We're still over 400 was the pork butt. I just spilled oil everywhere. Luckily, I didn't spill it on me. But it's been a mood ever since the smoker was acting up. I had to finish it in the oven. And, oh, I know. He told me it was like 1 a.m. when it was done. And I was like, what? It was delicious, though. Good. At least it was good. That counts for something. Tell the pan to chill out. I know, right? Like, pan, can we not? Can we not? Give me a second. We can move these out of my way. It's getting smoky in here. Might have to open the door. Woo. No, we didn't cook tonight. Kids were on their own. Had to run some errands. Okay, gotcha. Well, hopefully it wasn't too bad. So flip-flop, I did these pizza rolls. I will say, I should have divided the dough in half and only rolled out half to start. This is like the homemade egg roll wrapper dough. Sorry, Mike. It's gonna be interesting. We'll see. Popped them in the freezer for a few. Talking with you was fun. Have to eat, go to school, see. When do you do another live? Tomorrow. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern, so same time tomorrow. It was nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you. Enjoy school. Thank you guys so freaking much for crushing the bit goal tonight. You guys have been amazing. We appreciate you so much. Okay, I'm gonna need oil to not be spilling everywhere. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you, Flip Flop, for the Discord link and the socials link. We're streaming tonight, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday list that we're streaming, I don't think I'm going to. I think Monkey and I are going to take that night and chill. And then this weekend we're taking off because we are celebrating 6 years of being together.
Look at
NMD, hi!
that.
Hi, are you home from class? Hi. Why does it say undefined? I just got home, was deprived of pets for 12 hours. Hello. Congrats. Thank you, RMC. Thank you, thank you. Very, very excited. Listen, not every couple makes it that long these days, so I think it's something worth celebrating. I love love.
Turn down for what?
Tax AG!
Turn down for what?
Tax AG, thank you for the gifted to Mrs. WDNE. Let's go. Or NDE, excuse me. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, Scar Dragon. Thank you, Aspie. NMD, how was class? How are you? Shout out to NMD. She does work in their streams. Go follow. Tax, thank you for that gifted. All subs right now go towards mini buns. 15-year anniversary. The time goes so freaking fast. Ah! You know what, RMC? That is something incredible. More than a whole decade. Listen, that doesn't happen these days that often. So congratulations to you guys for putting in the work to make it something that lasts that long. I know you talked about recently you guys going for walks and like actually talking about stuff like when your phones are put down that is different, and I love that. It's amazing, you know. I think it's the case that like our grandparents' generation didn't feel like there was an option to give up, and I feel like these days people have access to so many things that can make relationships so difficult, you know what I mean? And people just don't want to put in the work, and people are lazy. And that doesn't mean that everybody is that way, but it is a struggle, and I think more work these days with access to the internet for people to make relationships last. So 15 years is a huge feat. Absolutely. And I think it's a lot more work than our parents and grandparents' generation ever had to put in, because access to the internet makes it very difficult for people to make lasting relationships that are sustainable. So, yes, yay 6. We're very excited. We're very excited. Hi, little Sleepy. Huh? Really? I was being cute, you butthead. Do you hear him? He goes, according to websites, there are cute singles in my area looking for me right now. I cannot with him. I was just talking about how I'm so proud of us for being 6 years and excited to celebrate our anniversary, and you make that joke. I can't with you.
You know I love you.
I
Shut
know.
up. Mwah, you're my favorite.
My
Mwah.
favorite. No, I know. I'm just joking. RMC was just saying they just celebrated 15. So
Oh shoot, dude.
you get ads for
That's a
Ukrainian wives all the time. Listen, I mean, they're there. They're ready.
Listen for
Oh my god. Oh my god.